Hello and welcome, and this is the
Enthusiast,
and today we are going to talk about top upcoming smartphones of 2021. Meanwhile, make sure you are subscribed to the channel because I'm uploading daily tech videos, and also turn on notifications, and goal for today's video is to reach 100 likes. So smash that like button and also share video with your friends on all social media. And with all that being said, let's continue with the topics. Xiaomi released Mi Mix 3 in November of 2018, and they released next version in 2019 called Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 5G with Snapdragon 855. So we can expect that Xiaomi will release next Mi Mix device this year. Early leaks shows that Xiaomi CEO Li Jun confirmed the launch of Xiaomi Mi Mix 4 this year, and he also stated that Mi Mix 4 will be a flagship phone like previous series. I really hope that Xiaomi will release Mi Mix 4 with Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 flagship processor instead of Dimensity from MediaTek. And some unofficial rendering designs shows us that Mi Mix 4 will have a full screen design like the first generation Mi Mix, which came with a full screen display. And also bezel on each sides are equally slim, and the screen is flat like the current flagship trend seen on Galaxy S21 devices. As well as I can remember, Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 came with ceramic back, as CEO of Xiaomi Li Jun also explained that Xiaomi would develop more devices with ceramic designs. Huawei released Mate 40 in November of 2020, along with its siblings Huawei Mate 40 Pro and Huawei Mate 40 Pro Plus, as well as super premium Porsche design Huawei Mate 40 RS. This year's Huawei Mate 50 series will probably be announced towards the end of the year. The Huawei Mate 40 series was unveiled in late October of 2020 and went on sale from November, but the previous year, the Huawei Mate 30 was both announced and released in September. There are some rumors that Huawei Mate 50 will use Kirin 9000 chipset, which is actually the same chipset as the Huawei Mate 40 has. That means that the new Mate 50 series might not get as much of a power boost as usual. Using last gen chipset is probably because Huawei is under ban in USA, and Huawei was probably left with a massive stock of Kirin 9000 chipset, which they might implement in Mate 50 series. Also, there are some leaks that Mate 50 series will have screen refresh rate above 60 Hz, which is also variable. Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition was unveiled in September of 2020 and may also get a successor because Sam Mobile was reporting that Korean tech giant is working on a Galaxy device with model number SMG990B, which is probably Galaxy S21 FE. Oh, that really rhymed! Galaxy S21 FE is going to share similar specifications as the Galaxy S21 and the Galaxy S21 Plus, with that juicy flagship Snapdragon 888 processor. Reports also claim that the Galaxy S21 will be available in white, grey or silver and violet colors. Also, there will be two storage options, 128GB as well as 256GB. Sam Mobile also states that Galaxy S21 FE will be 5G ready and will run Android 11 out of the box. Samsung Galaxy S21 Fan Edition is in really interesting position right now, because last year's Galaxy S21 FE was cheaper alternative to the standard Samsung Galaxy S20. This year's Galaxy S21 is already cheaper, so Galaxy S21 FE might be competition with the Galaxy A range. Galaxy S21 FE might not be a downgrade in all ways, because for example Galaxy S20 FE has bigger battery than the standard Galaxy S20. Sony Xperia 1 Mark II, which was announced in February and then released in May of 2020, was a great phone and most known for excellent camera. So we can expect that Sony Xperia 1 Mark III is likely to be next big smartphone, which will probably be launched in 2021. Sony uses a mark naming scheme for its phones which is similar to its cameras, so it stands for Xperia 1 Mark III. Xperia 1 Mark III will probably get a camera upgrade with wider aperture, likely to bring big improvements. Leaks also suggested that the phone will have a similar display to its predecessors, 6.5-inch 4K display with 21:9 aspect ratio, which will probably be a bit brighter. Rumors also states that this is not the only phone which will be released, but will include compact and premium model. Sony Xperia Compact, which will be smaller and with mid-range specifications, and Xperia 1 Mark III Premium Edition, which will probably have even higher end specifications to the standard edition. I personally hope that the new model will be cheaper. We can expect that OnePlus 9 launch will be around April or May, because OnePlus typically teases its phones in advance of the launch, so maybe we will hear something about the launch date in March. Rumors at Android Central said that the OnePlus 9 will be launching earlier than expected in March of 2021. So OnePlus 9 leak states that phone's codename is Lemonade. Screen leak shows us that we can expect that both phones OnePlus 9 and OnePlus 9 Pro will feature 120Hz display, but the size and technology will be different. It seems that OnePlus 9 will have a 6.55-inch Full HD display, while the OnePlus 9 Pro will move up to a 6.78-inch size with a Quad HD resolution. OnePlus 9 is going to come running with the Snapdragon 888 processor with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage on board. And also, YouTuber Dave2D shows us that the OnePlus is partnering with Hasselblad camera company to improve camera performance. Other rumors have centered around the battery and charging. The OnePlus 9 is apparently coming with 65W fast charging, 30W fast wireless charging, and 4500 mAh of battery on board. We can expect that Pixel 6 from Google will come out toward the end of 2021. Based on Google's flagship trends, October is most likely the best bet. So far, the only possible sign of the Google Pixel 6 is in a Google patent, detailing a possible feature phone that doesn't have a visible selfie camera. While the patent doesn't explain how this is achieved, it looks like the camera would be underneath the screen, as we've now seen on the ZTE Axon 25G. Of course, just because Google is exploring this idea, it doesn't mean we'll get under-display camera on the Pixel 6, but it is possible. Google Pixel phones have made a name for themselves being great camera phones, but recent devices from the company don't actually have telephoto lenses, meaning all zooming is digital. This essentially just cropping. This means zoom pictures tend to have lower resolutions, therefore look grainy, and it stops you zooming as far as using the camera app itself. There is possibility that Google is bringing telephoto cameras back to the Pixel line, so we can take better zoom shots with the phones. And I really hope that Google brings back flagship processors to their phones like Snapdragon 888 from Qualcomm. The Oppo Find X2 line, released in early 2020, started with two phones, the Standard and Find X2 Pro, but two more were released a little later, the Find X2 Lite and Find X2 Neo, bringing the total number up to 4. Latest rumors tells us that the Oppo is indeed preparing Oppo Find X3, Find X3 Neo and Find X3 Pro. So there will not be a vanilla model. Oppo also explicitly stated that the Find X3 is launching in March of 2021. Oppo has also confirmed that its next Find X flagship will use top-end Snapdragon 888 chipset. It didn't mention the Find X3 by name, but that's presumably what it is talking about. One leak meanwhile suggests that the Oppo Find X3 might have 3K resolution screen with a high refresh rate and Snapdragon 888 chipset, fast charging and dual lens camera, all of which is believable, except perhaps the camera, as that sounds like a downgrade. The Oppo Find X3 could use the Sony IMX789 camera sensor, a rumored smartphone camera sensor that builds on the IMX689 used in the Oppo Find X2 Pro. This sensor is likely going to be pretty big, that's why the IMX689 was so good, which would let it take in more light for brighter and bolder photos. Asus is working on another gaming phone to follow up the Asus ROG Phone 3 from 2020. The ROG Phone 3 launched in July of 2020, and given most phone companies follow yearly release patterns, it's natural to guess at July of 2021 for a release date. With that said, the ROG Phone 2 launched in September of 2019, so the range doesn't have a clear release pattern. Asus ROG Phone will probably release under number 5, because apparent reason is that in some regions the number 4 is considered unlucky. For example, OnePlus 4 was skipped over, so we could see it happen. Leaks suggests that the phone will have 64 megapixel main camera, which matches its predecessor, but it's possible that the device will have an upgraded sensor to take slightly better pictures. The charging speed will apparently be 65 watts, which is pretty fast and a big jump over its predecessor's 30 watts. This will power up a battery that supposedly has 6000 mAh of battery capacity, which matches the ROG Phone 3. We can also assume that Asus ROG Phone 5 will have Snapdragon 888 chipset, which is the newest top-end processor from Qualcomm. And on that note, thank you all for watching today's video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, because I'm uploading daily tech videos. Turn on notifications, and today's goal is to reach 100 likes on this video. So if you haven't already, smack that like button as well as subscribe button, and with all that being said, I see you all in the next video. Peace!